secrets of different bills. At Uncle Demon, you need it, I got it listed here. You wanna make it, I'll show you just how to make it here. I got all the rarest bills, and I ain't done yet. Went from the finish to making bills like a prospect. Flow space and slashes to catching us with a lot of threat. You keep the medals cause the right one's coming up next. Only scratch the surface, still they try to drag my name in dirt. They try to bring me down, see me winning, you ain't like me then.
Alright, so I finally gave in and I made a 7'4". It's big, I mean it is what it is. But I just didn't make any 7'4" big. I made a 7'4" big backed by statistics and data that we've gotten from like 2K Toots, 2K Labs, etc. And this is by far the most perfect 7'4" build you can make. It gets all the toxic animations, you name it, it gets, okay? Now, 7'4", you wanna go 232 so you can get 60 speed, that's important. And then of course, you gotta go with the 7'4" wingspan to be able to get that 89 3 ball, right? That's important. So, let's take a look at some things here that makes the most sense. What I've seen is a lot of people have, for some reason, shape, or form, have not done anything to their close shot. Now, obviously, you're 7'4" and getting contests is not gonna be an issue, right? But that's on the perimeter. Once you start getting to the interior, 7-foot builds and stuff like that will have an effect on your shots around the basket. I know it sounds crazy. A 7-footer out there on the perimeter can get no contest, but a 7-footer around the basket, it's even a crazier contest. You would think it'd be the other way around, right? But one thing you have to keep in mind, and that's what we talked about with 2K Toots, in order for somebody to be able to get any type of contest on you, they have to be 7'1". Most people are not going to be 7'1". Most people are going to be 7 feet, right? Or they're going to have like the 6'9" swing, right? You know, more of that competitive type lineups at the center position. But you will come across individuals that are 7 feet. Now remember, that 7'1" and up is for perimeter. 7-footers around the basket, you will get that type of contest. So you want to have the ability to hit there. So you got to go high, right? 92, just to be able to be brain dead around the basket, right? You don't have to do anything. You don't have to second guess. You have a paint prodigy on gold, you can hit that. 76 driving layup. Why do I have a 76 driving layup? Duh, to get Bam Adebayo's teardrop. I cringe when I see people make a big 7'4" and does not have a 76 layup. Like, you don't even have to go crazy high. Just get 76 to get Bam Adebayo. If you watch my videos, you know it is the most toxic animation in the game. Now, we're gonna go 70 on the driving dunk because we wanna make sure we can get Karl Anthony Towns dunk packages. It's by far the best dunk packages along with Amari Stoudemire to be able to equip. So that's the reason why we're going 70, okay? You can also be able to get Dwight Howards, but Dwight Howards have some of those back scratchers that get blocked, so I'm not really big on that. And of course, the standing dunk to get the 90 to get the big man, elite and pro contact dunks, and that's it. People are trying to go 99. Like, you don't need a 99 standing dunk on a 7'4" build. It's already cracked when it comes into the basket and dunking. So you do not want to do that. The only time you have anything that can be a potential miss is if you don't get the dunk animation, you try to lay it up. And that's the reason why I went high on that close shot, okay? We're not worrying about post control, we're shooting. Now, here's another thing. You can use your first 5 cap breakers here to get a 90 mid-range shot. And I know some people want to do that. Right? And again, it looks nice to have a 90 mid-range shot, but let's be honest here. You're shooting a lot of threes, and 85 to 90, there is no benefit. Okay, so if you look down here at the dead eye, you need a 92 mid-range, you can't get that. You need a 93 mid-range for set shot specialist, you can't get that. You can't get mini marksman, you can't get shifty shooter. And of course, post-fade phenom, it will be viable to have obviously a 90 mid-range shot if you had post control. But who the hell is posting up with a 7'4"? You can just be brain dead. Listen, when I drop a video, I'm gonna drop a video probably the next couple of days on the 7'4" build. You're gonna see that it's still, there is no contest, right? You can just still throw up shots with no issue, okay? So again, we're still haven't even used any cap breakers yet. Like, understand that. Like, this is how easy it is for a 7'4". You don't really have to use cap breakers. Okay, so now we will finally look at here to get cap breakers. And what you would do here is go ahead and get 5 cap breakers here to get a 96, okay, pass accuracy. Now, let's go here to badges and let's take a look at what 96 can give you. So you will be able to get your bailout on Hall of Fame with that 96, okay? Let's back out again. With that 96, you will also be able to get your break starter on Hall of Fame. And I also recommend, if you wanted to, you could use your playmaking specialization here, because it's really simple, right? All you do is just get assists and pass and stuff, right? So you can do that. And then, of course, with the 96 pass accuracy, you also get Hall of Fame dimer. So we're just getting Hall of Fame break starter, Hall of Fame dimer, right? Hall of Fame bailout, right? Versatile visionary. You will also be able to get versatile visionary in Hall of Fame. So you're basically all these badges on Hall of Fame. And if you watch my video from yesterday, you can go ahead and get Tyrese Halliburton passing style, or you can go ahead and get De'Aaron Fox. But I mean, obviously Tyrese Halliburton's that best passing style, so go ahead and rock out with that, okay? Now, let's come over here to the defensive side. Now you will use another 5 cap breakers here, and that's it. That will give you that 93, which will give you paint controller on gold. And you're pretty much set when it comes to the cap breakers, okay? You will have a perimeter defense of a 62, which will be able to give you that immovable enforcer on bronze. Again, I cringe when I see people that do not do the basic little things to get certain badges and animations. Like I said, with the Bam Adebayo, being able to get that 70 driving dunk, to be able to get those those NBA player dunk animations. 62, to be able to get immovable enforcer. Every single thing right here is backed up with the data, all right? Now, this is another one that really I laugh at. You're 7'4". This game is broken, right? And people are going high on their rebounding. Let's let that sink in. You're 7'4". You're not going, listen, people can have a 99 rebound, okay? People can have a 99 rebound. They can be 7 feet, and you can have this silver rebound chaser with just a max +2 to get Hall of Fame, or max +1 to get it on gold. I can do either or, gold or Hall of Fame, and you're going to still out rebound people, okay? Do not put that much time and effort into your rebounding on a 7'4" build. Trust me, you're going to be okay, all right? Now, when it comes to the speed, Toots did a video, and again, this is another thing. Everything's in sets of 5, right? I see people that literally have like a 58, 59 speed, when we all know that the next tier of 60 speed will give you that quicker animation than what you would have from a 55. So from 55, 56, 57, 58, and 59 is virtually the same. But then when you hit 60, you start to see a big uptick from 60 from 55, right? You'll see that uptick, but you won't see the uptick from 55 to 59. So again, that's the reason why we always recommend, if you're not getting a badge, then go in multiples of 5. Okay, I say that again. If you're not getting a badge, like for instance, this right here, it's not a multiple of 5, it's A3, but why? Because I get brick wall on silver. So I didn't go multiples of 5 because I was getting a badge. But you want to stay in multiples of 5. That's why when you look at most of my builds, they're gonna be multiples of 5 unless I'm trying to get a badge, right? This is multiple of 5, but it also gives me pogo stick on silver, right? So hopefully you're understanding what is going on here, and you only need to use 10 cap breakers. So then if you're like, yo, like I got more cap breakers, where can I put them at? You know, I got you, all right? So let's go ahead, take a look at this build real quick. As you're gonna see here, this is very, very good build, triple double threat. You got Porzingis, Wemby, and Marc Gasol. And then, as you can see at the bottom, it says weaknesses. Doesn't use post moves effectively because we're not trying to post up. Heavy-footed when changing directions. They're talking about his agility. So again, other than that, that is what basically what 7'4" are. These are easy demigod scoring machines. Now, when we take a look at the potential breakdown that you can utilize with your cap breakers, this is where things start to become interesting. All right, so we already know where we're going to be using our cap breakers at, but now let's take a look at some other avenues that we have. We know that we're going to be using 5 cap breakers on our pass accuracy. That's even if you want to, right? If you want to go that high, you don't have to, right? And then also we talked about using the 5 cap breakers on our mid-range shot if you want to. You don't have to, right? The one that I definitely recommend is using 5 cap breakers here. So then where could I also go with cap breakers depending on how you want to play? Obviously, you can go up to a 96 here. And if you're going to a 96, you'll get your Paint Prodigy on Hall of Fame. You get those type of benefits. But let's say, for instance, hey, I'm just a shooter. I don't really need any more in the interior stuff. No problem. Go ahead and use those 5 cap breakers here to get a 90, right? Why not? Even though it doesn't change, it doesn't give you more badges, right? It still will allow you to have a very high mid-range shot of a 90, okay? Now, post control. You have the ability here to be able to get to an 86 or 87 post control, I think. So 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's 4. Carry the 1, 6, 7, 84. An 84 post control here, which you only need a 79 with a 90 mid-range, and that will give you the gold post fade phenom and that type of sort. But again, If you're not really trying to use post and all that type of stuff, well then guess what? All you have to focus on is just getting your block up. And then again, I don't recommend going 95 on a standing dunk. You don't need to, but if you wanted to, you can. You have so much versatility. But in all, this build really only needs 10 cat breakers for the block, then for your pass accuracy, and then whatever else you had, you can start upgrading elsewhere. That's why I feel like from a statistical and data standpoint, this is the best 7'4" build you can possibly make. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this build. Is it a W? Is it an L? But other than that, it's your favorite old head, Uncle Jimmy. I'll be back really soon on the Banger Man. You know, when I say back soon on the Banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.